my cheaters on. Jeepers, creepers, where'd you get those creepers? Oh, those weepers, how they hypnotize.
What's up everyone, to my first movie review of The Sly and Halloween, Jeepers Creepers. Alright, so you have to forgive me if I forget a few stuff that happened in this movie, because haven't watched this movie in a while. I was planning to watch it before I did this review, but let's just say I got a little caught up and I'm trying to get this review out very quickly. So yeah, I might forget a few things, but I do remember the main movie. I did see some clips. I remember this movie is such a great movie and I am so excited to show you. But let's go ahead and get into the director's past. So the director of Jeepers Creepers was caught molesting a boy on set and he served 1 year in jail. He eventually got out, and the way and like how he was able to direct movies after this, I have no idea. It was a miracle. But thanks to that, we finally got Jeepers Creepers, and I'm just going to let you guys know I am not a fan of the director and I don't think that he is a good person, but I have to be completely honest and say that he makes some of the best movies, and Jeepers Creepers is outright amazing. And so let's get into this amazing Halloween horror movie. So it starts off with our main protagonist of the film, Derry and Trish. Was it Trish? I don't know. I probably forgot. So I'm just gonna call it Trish. So deal with it. So Derry and Trish is driving, having a lovely time until they get chased by this giant truck. And this truck is very iconic. And whenever you think of this truck, you instantly think of the Creeper. And this truck was pretty amazing. And I thought it was in for some nice scares. I mean, it's basically like Batman and the Batmobile. Like the Creeper cannot have, like, you just need the truck there, and I don't know why in Jeepers Creepers 2 he didn't have his truck. I mean, I kind of make for some nice stuff, but then again, if he had his truck, he just probably ran into it. But luckily, we got it in Jeepers Creepers 3, but they turned it into a Batmobile, like literally the Batmobile. So yeah, we'll get into that train wreck of a movie later. So anyways, they get chased by the truck by this mysterious driver who they have no idea who is. So they eventually crash and they find this little, and they see someone dumping bodies into this little well or whatever. So I forgot what happens, but all I know is that they pull up eventually, and Trish doesn't want Derry to go in there, but being the idiotic horror character he's like, oh, I'm gonna go in there. And of course, the first thing that happens is that everything goes wrong, and he goes inside of this place where he sees hundreds of bodies that are missing body parts glued together in the wall, and one guy who's still somewhat alive, but there's no hope for him. So eventually he finds a way out, and so they drive away. But since Derry saw all of that, the Creeper will stop at no end to kill Derry. So I know it's a little too late to mention this, but this movie is based off an old song that came out titled Jeepers Creepers. And I don't know, like, he has to have such a creative mind to make a movie like this based off a simple song like that. So basically, they go to this bar and then he gets a phone call. Derry answers the phone call and it's this crazy old lady on the other line telling him that if you hear this song, then that means that the Creeper's there or something like that. So that's basically the Creeper's theme song, but Derry thinks he's nuts or something. So he hangs up and then starts driving, and the sheriff is assisting them. But let's just say things turn out for the worst. So he starts hearing the song on the radio, Peekaboo, which I do admit is a pretty catchy song, while the cop behind him isn't really having a nice time. So the cop behind him gets his head chopped off, and the lady with him just straight up dies. I mean, how did he pull her up to the car and then instantly kill her and then grab for the chef? I don't know. He probably just drew her on the side of the road. I don't know why, because he eats. Let's go ahead and just get on with it. So anyways, they eventually stop at this old lady's house after they drive away from the Creeper eating the cop's tongue. And might I just say, the Creeper looks so cool. I mean, like, I'm not talking about his actual true form. I'm talking about, like, just the way he looks, the outfit that he has. Just, I don't know what it is about him, but the Creeper is, like, probably my favorite horror movie villain. I don't know why. He's so mysterious. He doesn't talk, which I think is a very nice nice detail about him. It's just so cool, and I love the creeper. He's amazing. But anyway, so they stop at this creepy cat lady's house, and so they're saying that they need to use her phone or something, but she's like, there's no phone here or something. So she comes out, and then right when she gets out, the creeper decides to pay a little visit and eats most of the cats in the house. So she goes in there trying to freaking shoot the creeper, because she loves her cats, but things don't really turn out well. And so there was originally an extended scene here where he actually talks for the first time in the movie. But I definitely prefer the creeper staying mute the entire film because it makes him even more mysterious and terrifying. So eventually they chase him, but then they run him over. But after they run him over, they figure out how he was able to move around so quickly. It turns out that freaking guy has wings. So they eventually drive to the police station, finally fed up with all this, and they're trying to get assistance, but the creeper happens to pay some visit and feast on some inmates. And I honestly love this scene. The creeper literally just slaughters all of, like, most of the inmates, and they're just eating them, and then he freaking tears a hole in the cop's body. It's just so cool. So anyways, after he kills some of the cops, oh yeah, by the way, I forgot to mention the lady who warned them is there, and you might notice her from the neighbor of Good Luck Charlie. But anyway, so she's there, she tells them to hide. Why she doesn't go with them, I have no idea. So the creeper pays her a visit, but I don't know why. I don't think he sniffs her, and she doesn't smell good at all. I think it's because she's not afraid, so he just goes away. So he eventually meets up with Derry and Triss after they literally cannot stay quiet at all, and they're silently arguing. So the creeper comes in there and sniffs both of them, and so it turns out Derry is more afraid of Triss. So Triss is trying to sacrifice herself for the brothers, saying that she tastes better, get her, but the creeper just flies away with Derry, planning to eat him. So I love this ending because, I mean, there's no happy ending. Most horror movies have it to where they beat the bad guy at the end. I mean, a few people died along the way, it's scary, but hey, the main characters lived. But nope, the thing the creeper wanted the most in the entire movie, he got at the end, and there was nothing they could do about it. I loved the movie, but I get into that after the end of the movie. So you see Triss grieving for her brother a little, and then you cut to what I think is my favorite horror movie ending ever. So you hear the Jeepers Creepers song being played, and it shows what happened to Derry after they got thrown away. So the creeper looks at the viewer through Derry's torn out eyes right when the camera ends. So that was Jeepers Creepers, and I just gotta say, I love this movie. It's just so amazing. One thing I love it, and I know it's not perfect, but I get into the cons later, but let's talk about the pros. First off, the creeper. The creeper I thought was an excellent horror movie villain. He doesn't talk, but he's able to sniff fears. And I know that he's somewhat of a ripoff of Pennywise. He comes every few years. He smells fear. Fear helps the humans taste better and all that. But he still was a pretty, I just like him more than Pennywise, because while Pennywise is somewhat silly, and then whenever he's supposed to be creepy, he's still somewhat silly, but I mean, somewhat scary. But this guy, he's just straight up terrifying. You would not want to meet this guy at all. And the thing I love about him is that once he wants someone, he will take them, as this first movie established. And the second and third movie absolutely ruins that idea by having him kick the crap out of the creeper. But in the first one, he got exactly what he wanted. He killed the main character, and he was just outright awesome. And second, let's talk about the acting. So the acting in this movie, I thought there was some decent performances. Derry, I think, whenever, like, he did a good job of being the scared person in the entire film, and Trish did a good job of being the outright, like, person. Like, I don't know why, but I love Trish's character. She was just so freaking brave and awesome in this movie. And of course you have the actor from The Neighbor from Good Luck Charlie, and she's a great actor as well. She's funny on the show, and she's like more paranoid and sort of creepy in this movie. Just think she's an excellent actor, and the person who played the creeper did a good job of being mysterious and terrifying. And everyone in all the other minor roles of the sheriff and the cops, I think they all did a great job. This movie is just splendid, excellent. The CGI was not too shabby for 2001, even though the movie didn't really have that big of a budget, I think. They didn't rely the entire movie on special effects. Trust me, we'll get to that one later. So they didn't rely on special effects. They just outright relied on just the terrifying feeling of this thing. And so I love how this movie did that. And I gotta give Jeepers Creepers a A. So this movie was amazing, and I forgot to get to the cons. My bad. This is my first movie review, so let's talk about the cons. First off, what is in this movie? Oh wait, it is. Alright, so I literally had to pause the video to think about some cons because of how great this movie is. So I did find one con that kind of annoyed me a bit. Tris and Barry argued like too much in the film. I mean, it's normal for them to argue, especially in this situation, but I mean, they were arguing nonstop. They weren't arguing that entire movie, but I mean, they were arguing when when the creepers literally in the other room next to them. They were freaking arguing, about like, should they just leave or run over the creeper. Like, they sort of just like kept on going back and forth. I mean, they weren't arguing seriously, but they kept on questioning one another. I just thought the movie would just be like more chill if they just stopped freaking questioning each other. But other than that, like, that would actually happen in real life, so I can't count that as an actual real con. But other than that, this movie is spotless. I mean, my god, is this movie great. I definitely recommend you to go check out Jeepers Creepers. It's came out in 2001. It should be easy to get your hands on. They should be selling it for DVD, or you could catch it on the Sci-Fi Channel, or just go on some illegal website and watch it. I don't know. But hey, I love this movie, and I hope you guys will love this movie too. So please like, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next Halloween review, which will be Final Destination. Peace.